Hello students, in the last class we have learned about one of the new technologies which was IoT, that is Internet of Things. Today we are going to start with another new technology. This is cloud computing. Let us have a first rough overview of what cloud computing means with an example. So let's see that if I want to build a house. So if I want to build a house, if I want to build a building, first thing I'll need land, then I'll need lots of money to build that, then I'll need architecture to design, then I'll need that architect who will design, then I'll need many people who are going to work, and so on and so forth. So many things will be required and lot of things will go in building that building. Rather than going for this building, what I can do is I can go to a building which is already built, and I can just rent one flat in that building. Sounds easy, okay? Rather than going through all the overheads of building and assigning people their work and doing so many things, I can just rent one flat and I can live in that. Easy? So here, this is how your cloud computing also works. Cloud computing is basically a network of shared resources which people are going to rent. Okay, let us see one example for this also. Let us see that if a person wants to host his e-commerce website on the web. So for building that particular website, he will need servers, he will need memory, he will need network bandwidth, he will need some skilled persons who are going to develop the website, maintain the website, and so many things. Again, a very tiresome job. So rather than building all these things, considering of buying and maintaining this different resources, which is very complex and time consuming, a person can give this responsibility to someone who is an expert in the task. Okay, so this person which is expert in the task is going to provide the service, and now this person who is providing the services, he is nothing but the service provider. In cloud computing, there are various different service providers present. Few of them are AWS. AWS stands for Amazon Web Services. Second one is Microsoft Azure. The third one is Google Cloud. So these are the very core, I can say, or the few of the many service providers which are giving services. Anybody who needs any kind of resources, they contact these service providers and they are going to use as per their requirement. Like for example, that I am using one server, I am going to pay rent only for that server. If I am using this particular server from morning 8 o'clock till night 8 o'clock, I am going to pay only for that much time. Okay, so it depends how much you are using and for how long you are using. You pay only for that much amount. You are not paying more for that. Different terminologies that you must be hearing related to cloud computing are uploaded to the drive, send it to the Dropbox. So all this is related to cloud computing only. What basically we are doing, we are storing our data on this type of systems, on these type of different big machines. In this, we are using the service as we are using the storage services. Okay, so in our case, when we are using our drive, they are free for use. However, if we go above a certain limit, we have to buy the storage. So this is the rough scenario of cloud computing. Let us see this with a diagram. So here, this is a diagram. This is cloud computing. It is a model which is going to have servers, virtual desktops, software, applications, storage. All this is present. These are the different services which are present with the cloud. Anybody wants any kind of service, they can ask for that service. One person can opt for two services also. That depends on their needs. Okay, let us go further. Cloud computing is a model for enabling convenient on-demand network to a shared pool of computing resources like network, servers, storage, application and services released with the service provider interaction. So this is our shared pool of computing resources. Now the resources are server, storage, mobile applications, different applications and databases. So these are the services which are present with the cloud. These services are shared by many people. Now it is not that if I am using the server, somebody else is not going to use it. They can also use the same server. If I am using from say 8 o'clock to 8 o'clock, then another person might use the same storage from say 9 o'clock to maybe 12 o'clock. Okay, and also they have very big servers and multiple people can work at same time. Okay, so this is the definition of cloud computing which you all should remember. Next, models of cloud computing. Cloud computing has three different models. First one, infrastructure as service, IaaS. Second one, platform as service, PaaS. The third one, software as service. Now by the name we can understand the first one is going to give us infrastructure. Okay, the second one is going to give platform and the third one is going to give us software. Let us see a diagram. So this is the diagram related to different models. IaaS. In this IaaS there are physical servers, CPU, RAM, storage. So all the components which are related to the infrastructure. Okay, all this will come in your IaaS. The second one, platform as a service. This particular model is for developers. If anybody wants to develop applications and they do not want to buy the platform, they can use the cloud services for their platform. They don't have to buy the platform, they can just use it for the time they are developing. Once the development is done, then they can leave the platform. And the third one is application. This is for end users like us. Now you are watching the video on YouTube. YouTube is nothing but a software as a service. All the data over here is saved in cloud and we are using this particular service. Different software are available which can be used. Let us understand this by another diagram. So this is suppose a cloud. There are various phones, tablets, desktops which are connected to this cloud. You can connect to them anytime, anywhere, any place. There is no restriction on three of them. Here you can see infrastructure. So here we have compute, storage, network. All these they fall in infrastructure. So we can decide if we want to rent infrastructure, then we can go for the infrastructure model. Next, this is the platform. You can see different runtime, queue, databases. Then this is object storage, identity. All this they come in platform. If somebody is developing an application, particular model, that is platform as a service, is for IT developers, the software developers. They are going to use this more. The last one is application. Application is for end users, the users which are just going to use the software. There are various softwares available for finance, communication, collaboration, content monitoring. So various different applications are there which we are going to use. Here, IaaS, move to it. Now, you don't need to buy any kind of infrastructure. Just register to the services and get the infrastructure. PaaS, build with it. Your applications can be built on these particular platforms. Next, use it. Use it is SaaS, that is software as a service. The software is ready, everything is been done, and user is just going to